The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back into it, and we're back at it. You found The Local Show on 570 WSYR, the show that makes money for other people except for me. So I hope that everyone is happy and enjoying their lives and their summer and all that. I've had some accomplishments, Steve. I really have.
You finished cleaning your basement full of sewer?
No, that was tough. I actually found a product.
Oh, okay.
I found a product over at one of the big box stores, the absorbent stuff. You know, that they use in garages.
I know what you're talking about.
So I bought like 4 or 5 bags of that, and it really works well. You sprinkle that stuff all over, and it'll suck it all up. But then you're left with 6 inches of snow in your basement. So I actually took the snow shovels and had to shovel that all up and get that all out, and then you got to clean the residue and then get it smelling better. It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, listeners are cringing.
Like a good day.
No, it wasn't fun, George. It really wasn't.
Listeners are cringing. They're like,
fun stuff.
Full of good news, Powers.
George Powers is with us right now. Now, he's the owner of Powers Accounting and also Payroll Made Simple. How are you there, George?
I'm doing super great and getting better every day.
Great. What's happening at this time of year? We're still hearing about tariffs, and I don't know how they're impacting taxes and things like that. Maybe explain to people, because I don't know if people really know the difference between a tax and a tariff.
There's really no difference.
Oh, okay. Well, that's easy enough, huh?
I mean, a tariff is a tax.
Yeah.
A tariff is a tax that are put on, in this case, theoretically, because the tariffs, are they on there off? I have no idea what they're going on anymore or who they're doing it for.
Right.
But it's a tax that is placed on foreign goods coming into this country. Mm-hmm. And then the question is, who pays for that? Well, let's face it. Whoever pays for the product pays for that. Mm-hmm. Now, the sellers may eat some of it, but it raises the price of foreign products into our country is what it does.
Right.
And that's what it's designed to do. I mean, it's exactly what it's designed to do.
Sure.
And the idea is, again, there's a whole lot of theories one way or the other, is it good, is it bad? But it says, okay, if there's unfair competition going on, they raise the price, allows our products, our people that are manufacturing in this country to compete better. Then there's the other side of it saying, well, if you're just raising the prices, then we get weak because we don't have to compete.
Right.
So there's 2 sides to that, and right now I actually think that President Trump is mainly using them as a battering ram, as a stick. He tries to whack the other countries to try to renegotiate whatever he's renegotiating.
Sure.
Is probably part of the big, and he's actually even admitted that for the most part.
Which would make sense. So I sort of get it as it's playing out. For instance, in the whole orange juice world, they were saying that 70% of our orange juice comes from Brazil or something.
Don't know the percentage.
Orange juice?
Yeah, orange juice. It was like
what happened to Florida?
California. That would be the point. Is that if all these oranges or orange juice is coming from a foreign country, my question would be, why?
I always want to know the why also.
Yeah,
why?
Exactly. So it says to me that somebody made a deal with that other country at one point. Hey, we'll take this and then we'll do that.
Possibly.
Little hand washing.
I also know a few years ago that the Florida orange producers got hit really hard with some weather.
Frost,
so it could have been that. I mean, I always want to know the why also.
Yeah, that happens with maple syrup with Canada. Canada. Sure. And we do a lot of work for New York State maple syrup, right? Mm-hmm. Canada subsidizes their maple production. So how is that fair? The government's paying to subsidize the maple, and then they sell it at a lower price. Well, yeah, no kidding, because the government's... So it's unfair playing field. But that happens with maple syrup. Yeah. So I when I look at it, it wasn't New York State maple syrup. If I have maple syrup, I look at it.
So I can sort of see the logic. So let's just take the maple syrup, for instance. If there was a big tariff, in other words, it made it not palatable and cost effective to buy from Canada their syrup, and you could buy New York State maple syrup at a much lower price.
Well, then
you creates a fair playing field, yeah.
Or it changes a playing field.
Yeah.
A fair playing field is a different discussion entirely. You have to look at that on a case-by-case basis. I do not agree that any country, including the U.S., should subsidize private industry. I think it just is it's a recipe for failure.
Well, you didn't vote for that socialist in New York City that's going to be the mayor. They're going to have government-owned grocery stores. Right. Boy, that's a slippery slope.
You do not. The government is inefficient and designed that way. You do not want them in private industry.
Yep. The youth are all like, yes, social, yes, that's fair. Not, okay.
It's just, fair is not really the question. The question is, can they operate a grocery store with any kind of reasonableness and not lose our shirts, because it would be taxpayer dollars that would be funding it.
And then the private sector goes, okay, we're gone. So now you're left with nothing.
Yeah. Right. And then, of course, they can push any product they want on you. So, like, you might go down the aisles and see aisles and aisles and miles of Cracker Jacks, which might not be good for you. But the government says that's what you're going to eat.
Yeah. I've been to Romania. That is what you had. You had the government establishing all those things. So this time of year, it's summer. Anything someone should do with taxes or think about taxes, or should they just ignore it till next April? or what?
Well, probably ignore it for a few months, because this new tax bill that came through is made huge changes, and
is this the big beautiful bill
I can't say that. I can't say that, but yes, but yes,
but that bill, yes,
that bill,
okay,
the new tax bill. But yes, it made huge changes. We're all going through a whole lot of updates and seminars to see what it means, when the dates for everything. I mean, this is confusing. When they all come into being is different dates everywhere. So we're all going through the training right now, figuring out what this means to everybody. So soon we'll be back and saying, hey, this is what this new law means. Yeah. But mainly what we're doing is looking at businesses and their profitability right now.
And Governor Hochul's sending everybody $400 a check with her picture on it. Did you hear that?
That makes a lot of sense.
So and it's not electronic. It has to be a paper check, because everybody's getting a check for $400 or pretty much.
Somebody else told me that we were supposed to be getting $5,000 checks or something. What was that about?
I don't know,
but they didn't do it electronic because she wants to. They want.
But it's not just her. The state's done that for a while. Yeah, they send the check because they want everybody to know the state sent it.
Very political, the timing, and they want to say, hey. So
nice.
There we go. Well,
George
Powers.
Yeah, you want legitimate.
Yep, the real deal. George Powers. GPowers.com. If you've got a business, George does the payroll stuff on one side, and on the other side, they keep your stuff in order. Thanks for joining us, George.
Thanks for having me, guys.